Welcome back to my fantastic disclosure channel where everything on the entire planet is open and available for all secrets to come out. Now, if I was you and you were me, and I wanted to go to temples across the world, there's only one person I want to go with. One, the greatest, the one and only, Praveen Mohan, my husband. Hello, darling. How are you?
Hi, Daddy. Nice to meet you.
So good to see you, my love. How are you? How have you been since our beautiful disclosure conference just a couple of weeks ago?
I'm good. I'm very good. I'm glad to see you again. I'm glad to be in front of all your followers. Hey guys, nice to see you all. You've got this great person here. Danny. She entered my life a year ago, and it's been amazing, Danny. Thank you for coming into my life. You've changed a lot of things for me.
Oh, Praveen, don't make me cry. Otherwise, I can't tease you about being my husband in the future. No, darling. You're a special man. You really are. I saw you on Facebook, and it's so interesting because you've got millions and millions of followers. Like when you say my followers, I always want to like cringe and clench because, these are just people that are interested in what we do. I mean, they're not literal, like, oh, we follow you, Praveen and Danny. Nobody wants that. That's just awkward. But when I saw you on Facebook and watched your YouTube videos of you going around the world revealing the deepest, darkest secrets and the most incredible hidden technology in the ancient temples. I remember thinking, oh my God, that man, the resonance, the sweet voice, the passion, the excitement, the exuberance, and what you've brought to the planet. I remember thinking, there's no way he's ever going to see a message from me. And within 5 minutes of me messaging you on Facebook, you're like right there. That to me is that divine orchestration when, friends are supposed to meet and support each other and share the work and elevate, just always elevate each other. That's what friends should do. And you've just been an absolute instant smash, of course, with everybody that comes to my beautiful Galactic Spiritual Informer conferences. And yeah, it's an absolute joy. And I'm so excited. We're going to England together for the next one next September, which we'll discuss another time. Because today, what we want to do is a couple of things at the event at GISIC. The beautiful, massive, professional, world-class production desk that my amazing AV team use. They're five-star, top-notch. It got jammed, but it wasn't us jamming it. It's like maybe the deep state or whatever. It doesn't really matter. And so lots of the slides couldn't be shown, which is a frustration. So I asked you, right, let's get on my channel and then let's share this. And I'll put it in the newsletter for all the beautiful people that were there that missed out. And now many, many, many more thousands of people are going to see it, aren't they? So that's good. So I'm glad the desk got jammed. And then we're also going to share this incredible Thailand temple journey that you've got coming up so we can share with people. My God, you ever want to go to Thailand? There's no one better than Praveen Mohan to go with, and he's going to prove it. Right, let's hit that presentation, my darling. Let's share with the beautiful people.
Mhm.
Okay, my love, off you go. What are we looking at here?
Okay, so first of all, when we think about Thailand, you're basically thinking about partying, right? That's what Thailand is really famous for. And we know about the beaches and the street food, but we have some very ancient, amazing temples in Thailand. They are Hindu and Buddhist temples, and they're older than most of the temples we hear about. They're older than Angkor Wat, even many of the temples in India. And what you're seeing here is a temple from a place called Ayutthaya. And you can see temples after temples. And when we say we are going to have a journey in Thailand this November, we call it the third eye of Thailand. Um, this journey, this exploration is very much about ancient temples and how they created these energy centers, how they aligned it with the stars and how they created these towers and what is the reason behind creating these structures. Why did they put certain statues and objects like lingams inside the temples? This is what this tour is all about.
So beautiful.
Yes, and of course this is a very famous place that people sit and take pictures. This is just the head of Lord Buddha, just stuck in the trees. Okay, believe it or not, this is an ancient statue. A lot of Buddhist heads were cut off, and they were sometimes they were stolen, sometimes they were destroyed. You can find a lot of these structures all strewn all over Thailand. The temples are filled with ancient Hindu deities like Shiva, Vishnu, and also Buddhist deities like Buddha and all these various types of Nagas and celestial beings that no one wants to talk about. Um, Now, today Thailand is a very rapidly growing, like it's like technologically advanced. People are like super fast and so on. But locals actually believe that the gods sleep in these temples, waiting to be awakened. They feel that the gods are still alive in these temples. And most of these temples are living temples, meaning they still do rituals and the energy is still kept intact.
Amazing.
So what we do is we go back into the past and we want to visit these places where the legends come alive in stone, right? Like to show you something.
It's amazing.
Uh,
I love how you bring these visions to life. It's clever.
yeah, we use. Yeah, so we you can see and we specialize in this and for those of your followers who haven't heard of me, I'm sure you would have seen, one of these animations. I do all these animations on YouTube under my own name, Praveen Mohan. So you can see how how all these things come alive. Now we will be seeing all these statues in the museums in the temples of Thailand. Okay. Now Thailand is known for, and there is some connection between these ancient temples in Thailand and um, the UFOs and the extraterrestrials. Time and time again, we see unexplainable structures. We see a lot of structures that resemble like what appears to be rockets, okay? And these are called Vimana or flying machine. We see these structures again and again strewn in these temples, and these are smaller rockets, right? But if you go here, this is the temple tower in Ayutthaya, okay? And it's very, very large. This is more than 100 feet tall. So you can see that it looks very aerodynamic. It looks very much like a rocket. And in India and in Sanskrit, we call this Vimana, which means a flying machine. In Thailand, this is called a prang. And in the city of Ayutthaya, which is a very ancient city, you can see a lot of structures like this. And what's interesting is that the people who come on tours, the participants, when they come for this, when they came last time, they when they visited this place, they they described it as a past life experience, which is a very which is very touching in a way when they say it resembles a past life experience when they visit Ayutthaya. And inside this place, you will find a lot of ceilings, like and I call them cymatic ceilings. Okay, so when we go into these temples or stupas, when you look up, you will see ceilings that are like this. And in India, we it's popularly believed that these are rotating ceilings. So
Yeah, so beautiful. This is one of the slides that wouldn't work at JISC. It was so frustrating because I've seen it before and it's like, oh, it's not moving. But it's just incredible, isn't it? The machinery, the mechanisms. the
Yes.
functionality.
Yes, but now you have to one, we have to marvel at, the engineering, how they created these things and put them on ceilings. The other one, the real question is probably wondering why. What was the need to make, such a great, like complex stonework and place it on the ceiling? Right, and this is inside the Ayutthaya temple. This is inside a large Buddhist stupa. I will show you on the ceiling there. You can see something that looks like this: a large circle with smaller circles around the circumference. Okay, now if you look at this, very similar to the UFO uh, depictions we see from the ground. That's probably how you would see it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, when we go to when we are going to this place actually, so we are going to the Ayutthaya temple, and when we go to the Ayutthaya temple, this particular temple is called Rajapurana, and if you look below, you will see a deep underground chamber that goes for more than 100 feet deep.
Mm.
Yeah, so we have a lot of these. So remember that rocket-shaped structure I showed you? What we will be doing is we will be going inside this, and we'll be seeing the underground chamber that's situated there. And of course, well, we cannot go into this underground chamber, but inside this underground chamber, there is another rocket-like structure made of gold.
Mm.
Okay. So we have all these like really, really strange things inside the Ayutthaya temple, and it'll be fantastic. Um, they've uh, they've they have found about 100 kilograms of golden artifacts inside this temple in the underground chambers, making it one of the largest treasures of Thailand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and again, now here you can see a pyramid, but this pyramid is not in Egypt or it's not in Mesoamerica or any other place. This is actually found in Thailand.
Mm.
Most people don't know that there are pyramids in Thailand. I suspect that nobody has heard of them. And this is one of the recent archaeological discoveries. But the Sita pyramid, the name of this pyramid is called Sita. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the Sita pyramid and explore the site. And the energy in the Sita pyramid is really amazing.
So beautiful. It looks like something you'd see at Chichen Itza in Mexico, or I've
Yeah.
been. Yeah, incredible.
Yes, the design is very similar to the Mayan pyramids you see in Mexico. It's very similar to the Mesoamerican pyramids. Now, this was discovered recently, and what we do is uh, we have gotten exclusive access to climb this pyramid. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So we actually climb other most visitors are not allowed, but what we do is we actually climb these pyramids and we get to spend some time on top of the pyramid. So yeah, imagine standing on a structure that's more than 1,500 years ago, right? That might have been an ancient energy generator. It's really an amazing experience.
That's incredible. What you're bringing to the world and to let people actually experience is just amazing, Praveen.
Yeah, it's in some ways most people would have heard of like ancient temples, I mean India, even Cambodia, and most people go to Egypt, but most people haven't even heard of these structures in Thailand. Okay, in 5 years or 10 years, these pyramids and temples they're going to become very touristic. They're going to be very crowded, but for the next 5 years, there's basically nobody there. So, when we go there, like we'll be the first people to come. So I know you're not coming to this tour, Danny, but we're going to be a large group. So we're going to be about 25 people going to the Thailand trip. So that's what I mean when I say we, all all the people who are participating in the tour.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. So another one that we do, and of course, this is my second tour to Thailand. We did one in August. So in this tour, in the last tour, we we would go to these ancient temples and we would sit around the main statue and we would start meditating and we'd start chanting.
There's no sound my end.
So and you would have to be there to feel the energy because
Yeah.
people have done this for more than 1,000 years, right? So 1,000 years ago, people would have done the same thing. They would have been sitting around the main statue and they would have been chanting. So when we go there and we do the same, the energy that we feel is really spectacular. You can't describe it in words.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And the temples, the design of the temples, and that's if you look at the center, you'll see a guy in a black shirt. That's me. Okay, so the so you can see these temples, and the temples are created with a lot of water bodies around them. You can see a lot of temple tanks built around them, and they seem to have a very unusual impact on us. When we go to these temples, there are a lot of water bodies constructed all around the temple, and it really gives you a different vibe.
Just amazing.
Yeah. And these, again, like I said, these temples are living temples. And this is what makes these temples so interesting. These are not archaeological sites. So when we go to, for example, the pyramids in Egypt, they've all become archaeological sites. People are not actively using them, for religious or ritual purposes. But in Thailand, we are quite lucky because at least some parts.
Mm. Oh, those ladies, those movements are just so extraordinary, aren't they? Exquisite.
Yeah, this is in the temple complex, Phnom Rung. And then what they're doing is they're still practicing the traditional Thai dance for an upcoming festival. There's a festival in the temple just for the full moon. Okay. And they're doing all this traditional Thailand. It's really amazing to go and see not only the temple, but also the culture that is kind of entwined with the temple and the religion there. It's
Wow,
very, very interesting.
so fascinating. Gosh.
And of course, we have to. What we do is when we take a group of people, we try to decode the meaning of the carvings. One of the biggest motifs that we see is the naga or the serpent. Now, this carving and statues of naga appears not only in Hindu temples, but it also appears in Buddhist temples. So this kind of multi-headed naga appears again and again, and you can see them carved all over the place. Now, what we do is we go to these sites and we try to explain, and we basically do a lot of analysis of these carvings to see what these serpents actually mean. What is the symbol behind them? Sometimes we can see that the serpents are angry. Sometimes we can see that the serpents are benign. Now we try to understand what is the importance of these serpents or nagas in these structures? And if you notice, um, the Nagas take the Nagas take a very important role even in Buddhism. So you can see Buddha is very calm, he's very peaceful, he is an enlightened being, and he's in deep meditation. But on top, you see the multi-headed Naga.
Mm.
And on the bottom as well, you will see again the body of the naga with three coils. So you can see this happen again and again in the naga. And typically the naga will have seven heads. um, in almost all the statues and carvings of Thailand, the naga is always shown with seven heads. And if you look carefully, you will always find a chakra-like pattern on the body of the naga. Okay, like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, goodness.
Yeah, so you will see this again and again, carved all over this. Now, what is the meaning of this, right? So in ancient texts, Naga is actually the symbol of Kundalini energy. And I remember at the GSIC in the US, Elena was explaining it so beautifully about the Kundalini energy and the connection with the serpent symbol. And you can see these nagas and these chakras. If you look at the Kundalini energy mentioned in ancient texts, you can see the seven chakras in the body of human beings. So if you look at your spine, you will have seven chakras starting from the base of the spine all the way to the top of the head. And the number of chakras we have in Kundalini is seven. And that's why we always see these seven-headed nagas with chakras. And this is what we try to do. And we have quite a few people. This is why we called it third eye in Thailand, because we don't, we what we really wanted to do was we take these people to these ancient temples, and it really has a therapeutic effect on them. It literally heals them. It elevates their mood to a considerable extent. It makes them much happier. It heals them because there seems to be something there in the temples, the energy in the temples, that has a very positive effect on the people.
It's so wonderful.
So we've been experimenting with these things like doing meditation in the temples, chanting, vibration, checking the vibration in certain places, and so on. We would do acoustic experiments and in these temples, and it has had a very good impact on people. Some of the people who came to the tour were depressed, and after a week, when they were ready to leave from Thailand, they were completely transformed. They were much happier. They felt healthier, and I believe the temples have a kind of a healing energy to them that literally transforms these people.
So beautiful. The proof in 2025, right? Why one of the reasons these amazing places were actually built for this very thing.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I basically wanted to share with you. Oh,
You okay?
yeah, I'm okay. I thought you were saying something.
Oh no, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so that's basically it. So if anybody is interested in joining this tour, please do so. We would like everybody to join. This is going to be a small group because I'd like to give you personal attention, right? We don't want to take 100 people and make it very commercial, right?
Mm.
Because if somebody's asking questions, I would like to give them like personal attention and give them good answers. So we don't take more than 25 people to the Thailand tour. Okay. But if anybody wants to join, please, you're welcome to join us.
Brilliant. Obviously, we'll give everyone the details under this broadcast and in the live chat too.
Cool. I think I'm done with the presentation now.
All right, darling. So just hit that little red stop share and then we can see your lovely face. There we go. There he is, Praveen Mohan, the greatest temple explorer of all time. Interesting, at the beginning of this, you said that you were sharing that since you and I met and have been working together and me promoting and highlighting your beautiful work and bringing it to another audience, not that you need me, because you've got a gazillion people following you in different languages, Hindi and Urdu. And I mean, it's all on your, I mean, millions of people know who you are. And you said that in some ways I have really changed your life, but you've done the same for me and for all the people that come to my beautiful channel. You know, you're I got goosebumps. Literally, it's important because you see, the thing about you as well is like I'm a gobby bird, right? But I am honestly at my core humble. I really, truly am. And you are so obviously so humble, you know, and it's a beautiful responsibility, but it's a gift, you know, it's a gift. And I'd heard you speak before about how you'd taken people on tours and sat with them and they had experienced these epiphanies. You know, it's changed DNA structure. I mean, it's just so important, you know, and proving that like these amazing churches and wonderful places where the ley lines cross, where the temples have been built globally, that they are transformative, they are transcendent. I mean, it's just so true. It's so, so true. So, right, well, tell us the dates.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I said, meeting you it was a turning point for me because I've done a lot of conferences, Danny. But when I came to the G-SIG in the UK, it's not just you're very kind and you're very loving. And what I something really surprised me because all the people who came to the G-SIG were very kind. That's very unusual because I go to a lot of conferences and I give a lot of lectures in India and in the US and around the world, really. But I've never seen a group of people who are that kind, who
Wow.
are that loving. So which is kind of which is what makes me very happy, to come to GSIC again and again because we all love to be around kind and really loving people, So really, thank you for introducing me to your followers, and not to mention you and all the people who are on the stage with you. They're all so kind, I'm so glad to be a part of your team. I only aspire to be as kind as you, hopefully
Oh
in the
my
future.
God. Oh, making me a bit emotional.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, it means that the world. Jessica is my mission, and I aim to bring the best people. And obviously, we have different speakers at every event. You can't keep having the same people over and over. That you have to let other people in. And England is a different market to America, clearly. But yeah, I do my best, and I think when you're in your core, that you do naturally attract people who are going to reflect, you know, we're all going to reflect each other. And of course, why wouldn't we be kind? We're all on a journey of discovery. And the one we did in Charlotte just a couple of weeks ago, the age range of the audience was 20 something all the way to over 90. You know, it's like everybody who's got a passion for disclosure on ancient temples and technology, and just all the different subjects that we covered, you know, Kathy O'Brien, the White House, the Pentagon, the awful things that have been happening there, and exposing and taking the lid off everything. You know, and as we're taking our planet back, and as we're what you're doing, raising the frequency and the information on these hidden temples that were close to us, that just things we look at or ponder about. How did they make that? You know, where you're literally bringing them back to life with your, you know, with your journey, which is a beautiful gift. And I know I and many are so grateful, so, so grateful to you. So thank you for saying that, making me cry a little bit. It's all right. I'm very, very open person. I don't think we should be anything other than who we are. You know what I mean? I tend not to edit myself. I'm just Danny, doing
You
a
look pretty even when you cry. How is that possible?
It's, I
Oh, you look beautiful even when you cry. How do you manage to do that, Danny?
don't know. I just like this, Praveen. It's on. Goodness me, Praveen Mohan. Okay. So, what dates is it, my love?
Oh, yeah. November 16th through November 23rd. So it's only a week. Every week every day of those 7 days, we visit at least one ancient temple. On some days we visit two.
Oh,
So yeah, it's only a week long, and there's one extra day to fly in and fly out. So it's a total of 8 days, and we stay in five-star hotels on all days. Everything is completely taken care of. The food, the accommodation, the bus, the entry tickets, everything is covered, and we only charge like $3,500.
yeah, it's so, so cheap compared to so many others that are just like 7 grand and above for this five-star experience at unseen and unknown temples,
Yes.
non-commercialized, like private excursions. I mean, it's incredible. Now, what will the weather be like? What can we expect weather-wise and what clothes to bring and that kind of thing?
It will be moderately hot. It will be moderately hot. Just think of as summertime in the UK or US. It's equivalent to good hot summer. You
Okay.
know, it's not the prime summer there at that time, but it'll be kind of hot. That's what it's going to be. What happens is we will be in the temples only for about 3 to 4 hours a day. Okay, so you won't feel it. And we basically go all the way to the temples in a bus. We park there, and you'd probably walk outside for a little bit, but mostly we will be inside the temples as well. So most people haven't complained about the weather. It's not going to rain. It's not. You won't probably feel the heat that much. So you should be fine. The clothing basically. Thailand people are still very conservative, believe it or not. As soon as we move away from the big cities like Bangkok, people are actually like quite conservative, and the temples are still operational, which means you want to cover your shoulders, and you want to cover your knees.
Oh
So
gosh.
you can go in shorts, like yeah, but after we visit the temples in the evenings, you can do whatever you want. But when we go into the temples, you want to cover your shoulders and your knees, kind of situation for men. Sometimes like one guy came up in shorts, and they didn't allow him, and we had to go and find him like full long trousers,
Wow, wow.
So even for men.
Yeah, it's really good to say this. So when I was living in Kauai and for the last 20 years traveling to Kauai to the island, the Hindu temple there, we all although the last time I went, I was with my beautiful husband and who passed and for the first time, instead of sitting women on the left and men on the right, and then they had who did they have? Lord Ganesha. On the left, they had Shiva down in the middle, and they had Lord Maruga on the
Oh,
right. Yeah. And the last time I went and took Jeff in 2020, I was allowed to sit on the man's side with him. So they relaxed the rules a bit, but I still had to wear a sari around my
oh.
waist because I had like denim shorts on. So that's a really good tip for people. If you're wearing shorts, just have a sari that you can wrap around your body while you're in, so you're meeting that respectable requirement, and that takes the pressure off everyone, and you can just whip it off when you go outside, right? So that takes a
Yeah.
strain off. Now, these little details, it's amazing how important they are. The slightest little detail that someone, it's like before Jessica always say, right, bring a cardigan, you know what I mean, and bring an umbrella for England. And
Yes.
so, on that basis, do you know if people coming into Thailand, let's say from England and America and Canada, Australia, would they have to take injections against typhus or anything like that in your knowledge?
No, not necessary. No,
You
you'll
know,
be okay.
okay. Again, people should always check that, but it's just good to know. And what about visas? Do they need a specific visa or can they just get a flight in? Because it's a holiday, basically, isn't it?
Yes. So Thailand, as far as I know, I don't think you need a visa if you're coming from the UK or the US. Even for us, I mean, we're flying from India, and there's no visa for us. We just fly into Thailand.
Brilliant.
So it largely depends on where you're coming from. Like if somebody's signing up from, let's say, Germany, you would have to check what kind of agreement exists between Germany and Thailand. But I would say that there's pretty much no visa requirement. Thailand welcomes tourists and they love tourists. So you would probably have no visa issues at all.
Excellent. I love that. And again, it's important for people to know that, you and I, we're not taking any responsibility whatsoever. I'm just being helpful, asking you extra questions. I had somebody write for the next JISC in England in a year's time. What about the Face ID nonsense that people are trying to inflict? I'm like, I don't, I just say, I'm not doing that. And you can ask someone to do the patting down or show your passport. Just say with, you know, but I mean, we just gotta just be sovereign and just say this is what I'm prepared to do, and I'm not
Yeah.
worrying so much. But good questions to ask though, and I'd advise on
Yeah.
people with sun hat who are sensitive to the heat. And I know people joke about India and Delhi belly, diarrhea, etc. Because people, it's a whole different culture. Of course it is. Anything tips wise for Thailand that you're aware of for people coming, you know, from the Western world?
Yeah, so there are two things. One is that w after people sign up for the Thailand tour, we add them to a WhatsApp group. And in the WhatsApp group, we have all the people coming to the tour as well as the people who are organizing this, like us. So we will just give you all the information. You can ask all the questions there. Let's say if somebody's signing up from Belgium, they as soon as we add them to the WhatsApp group, we will tell them the visa, like if they need a visa to go to Thailand, whatever questions they ask it's a large group of people, right? So it's the people coming to the tour as well as us. So we'll just fill you in on all the information that you need. Okay. So this is one thing. So as soon as people sign up, we add them to a WhatsApp group, and this WhatsApp group is your go-to place. You can ask all the questions. Do I have to bring an umbrella? Can I like will we be going to clubs? People ask all sorts of questions there, right? What about the Thai massages and so on and so forth? So we have all kinds of questions in the WhatsApp groups. Now we'll fill you in on all the details, and people have traveled to Thailand many times. So the people who are coming again and they've already done the tour, so they will also tell you that information. So this is one thing. The second question is, would they get Delhi belly or like Bangkok belly or something like that, right? So people do. Even when I'm staying in the US for like 1 or 2 months, and when I come back to India, I would have some trouble, right? Because the food is quite spicy in India, for example. But what we're really doing is that we're staying in Hiltons and Sheratons, so we're pretty much staying in like Western hotels. We're pretty much staying in Hiltons and Sheratons and Lee Meridians and all those places. So the breakfast you have is very similar to what you eat in the UK or the US, okay? And I would argue that the lunch and dinners are also very similar. They're very much like Western food. There's a little bit of difference because you cannot get exact same food, but we're not going to go and delve into like the local street food of Thailand, okay? So the food is not, nobody has had an issue with the food. Like nobody got like stomach upset or something like that
Right.
last time.
Good.
Okay, so it should be fine.
That's great, and again, important because people worry about that, and to know that it's mostly going to be eating the Western, kind of diet, and it's not going to be like picking up parasites outside street food that our gut biome is not used to. That's why we become unwell because the body goes, oh my God, what's that? So it's good to kind of get this out of the way so people can decide for themselves, right? All sounds great. I'm on board, Praveen Mohan. So I'm really excited. I wish I was coming, and it's going to just be so incredible. And obviously, I'm so happy to have you back on the channel for every reason, and to also play those slides that didn't work, and to share, your wonderful adventure. And I'm doing that as a friend. There's no commission. As somebody the other day, I was sharing a ton of books I read, right?
Thank you. Yes, thank you,
Of
Denny.
course,
That's
of course. But and someone said this is selling books. I'm like, I'm just sharing books I've read. I've had them for like 10 years. I'm not making a penny off it. Like, what is wrong with people? They're so
yeah.
judgmental. But anyway, those of us on the seeker's journey, may we come on your tour. Fantastic and wonderful. Brilliant. Is there anything else that you'd like to share before we say tatty bye for now?
No, I know we're gonna fill up the seats, but I would like to have some very kind, nice people from GSIC. That's it would be good, to be honest with you. I would really need some very loving, kind people to come to Thailand. They would absolutely love it. Seem like a very good group. So even if you get a few people from GSIC, it would be awesome because I really like your all the people who we go on the stage with, and the all the people who come, they're amazing people. So I hope at least a few people pick up on this. Thank you again, Danny. I mean, you're not getting paid anything for this, so thank you so much for getting the word out. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, darling. Here to help everyone. I love everyone and bring us all along at this time of awakening and learning and discovering. So beautiful. So 16th to the 23rd of November, we'll put all the sign up details underneath this broadcast. And again, like you say, the minute people sign up, they get into the WhatsApp group. They can ask 1,000 questions. I mean, please don't. You get a lot done here just on this one broadcast, but how beautiful. And you get to meet the beautiful Praveen Mohan and hang out with him and be in his energy. Guys, this man is I don't know. I mean, this is something really special. I got goosebumps again. Angelic and kind of monk-like and ancient-like with the funniest laugh and the deepest, sincerest heart. So you're just a very extraordinary being. So it's an honor to know you. So thank you, Praveen Mohan. I'll talk to you soon, my love.
Thank you, Denny.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome. And to you guys out there, sending lots of love to you all from my heart to yours as we again explore further this beautiful, spiritual, amazing world that we live in. So, my name is Danny Henderson. Send you love, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.